Party Animals at its core is a party game. The devs like to have fun and it shows from the gameplay. They have implemented loads of Easter eggs and references into the game, and in this video, I'm going to find every single one. We're going to be looking at skins, to maps, to even achievements. So without further ado, let's get into it. Could this Nemo cowboy skin be Dutch from Red Dead Redemption? There's an achievement you can unlock called Dutch's Plan, and it's if you experience a whole team wipeout on the Fluffy Redemption map, which is a train map, and Dutch's Revenge, a direct reference to Red Dead. So maybe this skin has a connection to those games. Who knows? Harry the Duck is full of Easter egg skins. His default skin looks kind of like a certain Pokemon. But don't worry, the game's safe. Nintendo is way too occupied with Pal World. Now the skin Sparkon, obvious reference to 300. The description of the skin literally says 1 of 300, which means we can move on to the Valiente skin, which says 2 of 300. So both of these are Spartans. Here is the Levi skin. It is a perfect mix with Levi and Hades of the Underworld. I love the blue accent on the character, especially the eyes. It's really good. And the like skull on his robe is an amazing touch. I think this is my second favorite skin. This is just such a perfect combination. Now I personally think the skull looks a lot like the icon of the roguelike game Hades, but I don't know if they're referencing that or not. Is this? Now Nemo is a big fan of Half-Life, which is why he has the Gordon Nemo skin. To unlock this skin, you have to win 5 matches on the Black Hole map, which gives you the G-Man achievement, which is a direct reference to Half-Life, just like the skin. There's another achievement you can get on the Black Hole lab, which is a reference to Half-Life. It's called the Vortigons, which is a main and common enemy in Half-Life. And how to get the achievement is to survive the wrath of the 4th black hole if you survive that long in the map. Guys, I've been trying for hours to figure out what this reference is, but I don't know who this is. If you can tell me in the comments what this is referencing, I'd really appreciate it. Right as you spawn into the tutorial, you can see a garage door with the Black Mesa logo on it. This is yet again another reference to the Half-Life games. Right at the start, it's going to be a robot cat that comes outside this little door. This is a direct reference to Tom and Jerry. The robot looks exactly alike. Be careful though, don't be too friendly. He'll hit you on the head with his hammer. Dark Viking Otta looks a lot like the Dragonborn from Elder Scrolls. On the map Ichiban, if you jump from the pillar and knock someone out, you get the achievement Justice Reigns from Above. In the game Overwatch, their character Pharah says this when she uses her ultimate. Justice reigns from above. Pilot Underbite is not a reference to anything, but it is an Easter egg to the map Broken Arrow. On that map, you're on a giant airplane, and if you see in the front, he is the pilot of that airplane. And you can also see his cute 2 little kids helping him out as well. This is actually insane. I can't believe they did this. They put T-Pain into Party Animals. It's crazy. I absolutely love the purple hat and the purple coat. And the chain that literally says big gold chain. Just can't beat it. You can actually get this from the Twitch drops at the moment. Speaking of Twitch, they did an IP collaboration with the game, giving you the Twitch Levi skin. It looks very similar to Dark Forest Levi, but instead of it just being all black and gray, it has nice purple accents and the logos on each sleeve. And purple is one of my favorite colors, so I kind of like it. Let's not forget that Dark Forces Levi is an obvious reference to Palpatine in Star Wars. I mean, just look at him. He's literally a Sith Lord. Whenever I see this skin in game, I can't help but to think of the Smash Bros. Like sandbag guy. He looks just like him, except that he's, red and has a sticky note. Bao Zhang is a character in Chinese folklore who has a strong sense of justice. He condemns anyone who is being morally corrupt, and in Party Animals, Levi is the character they use for the skin. He has Snow as his loyal guard to capture people who deserve to face the hands of justice. Up ahead, you go into this room with a poster that says Kick Nemo on it with a yellow background. This is an Easter egg to Kill Bill the movie. You'll spot a familiar looking cube. This is an obvious reference to the Portal games with the companion cube. I still don't know what this skin is based off of. Why is there another one? Hello? I do know what this skin is based off of though. This is Puss in Boots. This is an amazing skin. The hat and the suit, everything, even down to the cat's fur color, it is exactly Puss in Boots, and I am all here for it. Wait, Among Us? I bet you can't tell what this macchiato skin is based off of. You may think it's Ares, but it's actually Athena. The helmet really just gives off the Valiente and Bacon skin vibes, but they add like a robe to the skin to make it a little better. Party Animals and Ori and the Blind Forest did an amazing IP collaboration and put Ori and Naru into the game. This is Naru. Originally, they didn't, but this is not Naru. This is Ori. Originally, they didn't have Ori have this really cool fluorescent glowing effect, but they added it like a patch later after it was added into the game. And Naru is so cute. He's just a plump little dude, and he kind of looks like Fall Guys. This is a great Metrovania game. I recommend it very highly. There are 4 big portrait paintings of famous scientists.
Newton.
Isaac Newton.
Albert.
Albert Einstein.
This fella looks just like you. He is Nikola Tesla.
Nikola Tesla.
Schrödinger.
And finally, Schrödinger. There's actually a hallway next to those famous paintings. If you go down there into that room, it's a giant obelisk, which is a reference to the beginning of a 2001 Space Odyssey. And finally, when you beat the tutorial, there will be a drone that shoots you with a sleep dart. But if you notice, on the back of a drone, there's an icon that looks very similar to the SCP Foundation. I don't know, guys. You be the judge of that one. Party Animals did a collaboration with Discord, which is a Nemo jetpack skin variation. A very obvious reference because they literally did a direct collaboration with them. Nemo Zeus. It has this like lightning emblem on his chest and a lightning bolt strapped on his back with particle effects. It is really awesome. I think it's such a good idea to have Greek mythology skins in Party Animals. Of course, the Willy Wonka achievement is going to be on the Lollipop Factory map. Now, let's say you somehow get stuck in this hatch. If you crawl your way back up to the surface, get the achievement, I'm back, which is the Terminator reference. Now, initially when I saw this skin, I thought, oh, this is obviously a Top Gun reference. I mean, Lloyd is a goose. This looks like a aviation jacket. Goose was one of the main characters in Top Gun. This has to be the reference. But later people told me that the jacket is actually a Canadian jacket brand called Canada Goose. So I looked it up and apparently it's a real thing. I did not know that at all, so I'm guessing that that skin is a reference to Canada Goose instead of Top Gun. Here are the 2 achievements that are referencing stuff in the Beat 'em Up Bridge map. There's Waterloo Bridge and Tarzan. The latter being a quite obvious reference, and the other one being a reference to a popular movie in the 1940s with the same name as the achievement. This one is Aphrodite Carrot, and honestly, it's alright for me. I like the particle effects, but it's very minimal, and I actually prefer the Moon Carrot skins a lot more with the ribbons. It's very nice. This Moon skin is a reference to Harry Potter. Moon is a snow owl, and in the movie, Hedwig is Harry's pet owl and is also a snow owl. And he even has Harry Potter's iconic glasses and the scarf of the colors of Gryffindor. I wish he had the scar as well. That would have been a really nice touch. This obviously looks like Darth Vader, but considering that the skin is called Storm Harry and he's in all white, I'm going to say that this is a Stormtrooper reference. The yellow variation, I'm just going to throw it out there. That's C-3PO for sure. And then finally the red. It could be the Imperial Guard? Question mark. Jack and Rose is a reference to the Titanic, as those are the 2 main characters in the movie. And also on the Icebreaker map, you can get the achievement Smooth Operator, which is a reference to a song made by the artist Sade. On the map Wind Tunnel, if you survive the wind after all the levers have been pulled and broken off, you get the achievement Wreck-It Ralph. I'm gonna wreck it! It is Lamb from the IP collaboration that they did with the action roguelike game Cult of the Lamb. It's a really cool skin. We haven't had a sheep character in the game, and the outfit is amazing, especially with that Colt's crown that he has on the top of his head. And it's in the shop today for 22,500 cookies. There's 2 achievements involving the Winter is Coming map. There's one called Survivor, and there's one called Man vs. Wild. Both of these achievements are references to shows where they have to live in the elements of nature. And it makes sense why they have these achievements in this map, because the Winter is Coming is a map where you have to survive the cold and not be frozen to death. The next big thing that they did was completely rework the Winter Cabin map. So now instead of it just being a free-for-all brawl, there's also a jukebox where you can play music, and there's a little table you can sit around and play Uno, or they call it pause for this instance. All you gotta do is sit around this table here, and the rules are exactly like Uno. You just gotta get all the cards out of your hand and you win. There's also a spectator thing you can do while you're playing. In the bottom left, you can spend cookies to throw items at other people that are playing. Here is the Cerberus Sunny skin. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is my favorite skin by far. It is so clever to have these 2 shoulder pads as little doggies to fit the whole Cerberus vibe with the 3 heads. It may be a little bit minimal on the armor, but the shoulder pads make up for it, and I will definitely be trying to get this skin. Some of the skins cost up to 3,000 Nemo bucks, which is quite pricey, but there is a way to get 50% off of the skins. So they have these discount challenges for each skin, and what it is basically just daily quests to do while playing the game, and once you get those quests done, it will discount it for each time. So the first one is 5% off, and then next is 10 to 15 to 20% off, adding up to 50% off. So if you do all the quests, you get half off, making that skin 1,500 Nemo bucks instead of 3,000 Nemo bucks. Oh no, they turned Dave the Diver into an otter. In Beast Hockey, there's an achievement called Bowling Alley Cat, which is a reference to when Tom turned into a bowling pin. And it's also the name of the Tom and Jerry episode. Knocking someone off the map in Ichiban gets you the achievement Sayonara, and that is most definitely the Yamcha pose from Dragon Ball. In the jukebox, you can spend 10 cookies to get a new song to unlock, but every time you join a new lobby, you would have to re-spend those cookies for the song. Every single song has an album cover art piece with it, and I'm going to tell you every single reference that they have for each art piece. The first one is Coco in a cute little red bard suit, and this is called the Lute Player, and it's painted by Franz Hals. I hope I said that right. Here's a super obvious one. This is the Mona Lisa, painted by Leonardo da Vinci, and that's Macchiato the cat in the painting. You can also find these paintings throughout the tutorial. And this is Lloyd the duck, and this is a reference to the Vincent van Gogh painting titled Self-Portrait with Straw Hat. This painting of Nemo getting shot by arrows is a reference to the Saint Sebastian paintings, painted by Andrea Mantegna. Here's the quick spark notes of the painting. Sebastian is a Christian who served the Roman Empire. The Roman emperor did not like Christianity at the time, and tied him up to a rope and shot arrows at him. He survived and condemned the Roman Empire, but people admired his devotion to his faith. And Andrea did 3 separate paintings of Sebastian. I couldn't find any references to this Golden Knight Nemo painting. If anyone knows about this, please let me know in the comments. This painting of Macchiato is titled Girl with a Pearl Earring, and it's painted by Johannes Vermeer. And we actually never figured out who the person was that's in the painting. The King Nemo painting, I believe, was made by Charles A. Buchel, and it's a painting of King John, which is a play made by William Shakespeare titled The Life and Death of King John. I couldn't really find anything that looks like this painting. The closest I could find is one called A Portrait of a Young Man with a Sword by Ferdinand Bull. Here is another Vincent van Gogh painting, this one titled Self-Portrait with a Bandaged Ear. There's lots of speculation as to why exactly his ear was cut off, but the most common one is that he cut off his ear and gave it to a girl that he liked. For some reason. Garfat taking a nice spa bath is a much more family-friendly version of the death of Marat, and it was created by Jacques-Louis David. The painting depicts the assassination of Jean-Paul Marat, who was a French revolutionary leader. In the last and perhaps one of the most influential paintings of all time, The Scream, painted by Edvard Munch. He noted that while he was walking outside, he felt an extreme sense of anxiety and noticed that the sky was an unnatural reddish-orange color. There is literally no chance that this skin called Detective Harry is at all a reference to Sherlock Holmes. There's just no way. I can't even see it. It's ridiculous for you to think about that. TikTok and Party Animals did an IP collaboration together where you can get this TikTok Nemo skin. Check out my TikTok, link in the description. Would you be surprised if I said Garfat loves lasagna and hates Mondays? You really shouldn't be, because this is an obvious and clear reference to Garfield. Ready Player One, the achievement you can unlock, is a reference to a book written by Ernest Christie Klein and also made into a movie in 2018. I know that Mafia Auto is supposed to be a reference to like the Yakuza in Japan, but with the hair, just all I can see is Josuke from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You can get 2 free skins in Party Animals right now. What you have to do is go to the store and hit redeem at the top right. Then enter the code BEARDBOX to get Kiko the cat. For the other skin, type in Josh and Kato to unlock Kato the dog. Here's Kiko in game. It looks so cute. I love the tux and eye patch. It really makes this skin cat unique, and it's my personal favorite of the 2. Next is Kato in game. Love the gray fur, and the blue tie really carries the skin here. It is nowhere near as unique as Kiko, but it's still super sick to have. So Pilot Moon Moon is an Easter egg to the skin Pilot Underbite. On the map Broken Arrow, you can see that Underbite is the pilot of the airplane, and Pilot Moon Moon is the co-pilot to them. Also on this map, if you win 5 games, you get an achievement, which is a reference to the movie Die Hard. Now this is actually a new skin. It's the Lion Dance Nemo skin, and it's to celebrate the Chinese New Year. And this year it's Year of the Dragon, which is why they have the traditional dragon headset that he's wearing on the skin. There are 4 other skins to go with Year of the Dragon: Coco, Macchiato, Ada, and Max. Now the achievement called, I'm going to butcher this really badly, La Avenue d'un Train, is a silent film made by the French in 1896, and that translates to the arrival of a train. Nemo really thinks that he's Ethan with the Mission Impossible achievement, referencing all the Mission Impossible movies. I honestly love this skin because whenever I see Cal Valiente, I just think he belongs perfectly into Moo Moo Meadows. This bacon skin is a reference to the character Bajie, and he is a major character in the novel Journey to the West. He is depicted as a pig, which is why they chose bacon as the character to reference that. The achievement Reservoir Dogs is a reference to the Quentin Tarantino movie with the same name. Run, Forrest, run is an achievement you can get and is a reference to the movie Forrest Gump. Now this bacon skin is literally called Pumbaa Bacon. So this is Pumbaa from Lion King. There's no doubt about it. I really don't know why they kept the mohawk though. I don't like how they keep the mohawk in any of the skins. It just doesn't look quite right, you know? Moving on to my favorite character in the game, Curtis. This lab coat Curtis skin is a reference to Dr. Curtis Connors in the Marvel Spider-Man comics. He's a well-known Spider-Man villain, and he lost his arm and he used his scientific research to try to gain his lost limb, thus becoming the Lizard. They even made a Reddit reference with this skin variation. Look at his neck beard, it's so glorious. In Mortal Kombat, more like Mortal Kombat, duh. Obvious reference to the fighting game. Now this might be the best animal they've added yet. The mane and horns are amazing, and he has this like little mustache thing which floats with the physics. Even his tail does the physics, and it's so awesome to see. Now, dragons in real life aren't a thing, but Lotus the Dragon is referencing Chinese mythology, which is why Lotus doesn't have wings, because in Chinese mythology, dragons do not have wings like what you would imagine a typical dragon would have. Foliage Lotus. Now, this is one of the many skins that Lotus actually gets. Each skin is like a different element, and this one's super cool. It's based off nature, so his mane is a bunch of leaves, and he has a really cool leaf tail. I swear I'm not crazy. You need a unicorn? Seriously looks like the plushie that they get in Despicable Me. Does it not? It literally looks like it. How am I the only one seeing this? Little Red Riding Hood carrot, watch out. The big bad wolf of Max is coming after you. The achievement, The Mighty Ducks, is a reference to a hockey movie with the same name. And you also unlock this achievement by playing Beast Hockey. Here is another Lotus variation. This is Jade Lotus. It's a very nice green aesthetic here, and the jade around his mane and tail is a very nice touch. The next element that they have for Lotus is Ice Lotus. This one's super cool, the ice shards all around his face, and it adds to the tail, and it's a very nice shade of blue. This skin is literally called Dracula Levi. Need I say more? Finally, we ran into so many bootleg Darth Vaders. Here is the real deal. He has that really cool cape, and he looks way angrier than the other skins. He even has two little buttons too. You get one of the best ones in my opinion. Star Lotus has such a cool shade of blue all over his fur, with a mane of clouds and star particles everywhere. It's just so cool. And that's Thunder Lotus, which kind of looks like the default skin if he was Super Saiyan. It has that crazy Saiyan hair and also has this like lightning effect all over his face, which is pretty awesome. Fire Lotus outfit. This one is so awesome. The fire mane is constantly flowing with flames. Same with the tail, and it looks just fantastic. This Morse skin is another IP collaboration that they did with a Twitch streaming site. This is the second wave of Twitch drops that they did, and it looks pretty cool. I like the purple visor and the purple coat, but I still prefer Twitch Levi. They got Travis Kelce in Party Animals. Oh my god, how they draft him into the AFL. Impressive how they did that. To be or not to be? The question that we are asking today. Is it a reference or is it not? Hamlet Garfat? Come on. Reference to Hamlet, Shakespeare. So poetic. He's just a little sophisticated guy. This Bruce skin is a reference to the novel Journey to the West, where he is depicted as Wu Jing, one of the protagonists in the story. He was exiled to Earth as an orc and bears a unique necklace and staff. Achievement Up, a reference to the movie Up by Pixar. Hello? And then for the same map, the achievement Fly Me to the Moon, which is a Frank Sinatra song, and is also the end credit song in Neon Genesis Evangelion. Here is the final skin. It's just like Sun God Lotus skin. There's so much going on in this skin. There's these ribbons that are on him. There's this giant sun avatar thing behind him that's constantly glowing. There's the tail moving all the time. There's just a lot going on in this skin. It's really cool. And it reminds me of the Sun God from the amazing game Bloons Tower Defense. The skin is literally called Barbie in Black. He has the tuxedo, he has the sunglasses, he even has the earpiece. This is Men in Black 100%. Now, if you're super cool and speedrun the tutorial and get the achievement, you unlock this green bacon skin, which looks a lot like the pigs from Angry Birds. Here is the Pop Lotus emote, which is a reference to this cat meme. Sparky is so red-pilled for this. He's dressed up as Neo from The Matrix. This is my favorite skin for him. The sunglasses really just make it so good. They complete the skin. Robin Lou is coming for you. He's stolen from the rich and given to the poor. This is the only Lou skin that is referencing anything that I know of, and this is obviously the GOAT Robin Hood. The achievement Not Like Pat Roach is a reference to a Pat Roach, and he is an actor that's in many action films. This reference is when he was in Indiana Jones, Raider of the Lost Ark, where he fought Indy and perished to the blades of an aircraft machine. So it saying not like Pat Roach is because we survive it to get the achievement, unlike the character in the movie. This hammer skin looks like he's straight out of the lost city of Atlantis. Now tell me that Sparky and Russell from Up are not the same person. Just look at them. They're in the same exact outfits. This new Brave Fluffy skin is honestly really cool. I'm a big fan. I love the green tunic that he wears, and the tattoos are a sick touch. And this is a reference to the movie Braveheart, and you can see Fluffy go full Scottish here.
Scotland forever!
These two are the sports achievements, being Super Bowl and Pet d'Or. All you gotta do is win 5 games in Beast football and win 5 games in Beast soccer, and you get those achievements, obviously referencing the Super Bowl of football. Well, I guess they're both football, but referencing soccer with the World Cup and Super Bowl football. You get the idea. Bruce has multiple basketball skins, and I'll tell you what every single one is referencing. First up is number 34 jersey with yellow and purple, and that is a reference to Shaquille O'Neal on the Lakers. Okay, I'm stupid. They're all references to Shaq. This blue one is a reference to when he was on the Orlando Magic. The red jersey is when Shaq was on the Miami Heat. This is also a reference to when he was on the Heat, but the colors are reversed, so it has the jersey of black with red trimmings instead of it being red with black trimmings. That was all of the references and Easter eggs I stumbled upon. It was really fun to research the ones that I was not familiar with. I want to give a very special shout out to my very first YouTube members. Thank y'all so much for that. It means the world to me. Let me know if there is anything I missed in the comments, and I might make a part 2 if there's enough things I missed. Don't forget to hit the like button and smash that subscribe button as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.